Hello everyone, welcome back. Today, I'd like to draw your attention to a striking examination found in Harriet A. Washington's book, Medical Apartheid. In her work, Washington pulls back the curtain on a disturbing chapter in the history of reproductive health, one that centers on Margaret Sanger's campaign to reduce the birth rate among African Americans under the guise of family planning. We often learn about Margaret Sanger as a champion of contraception and women's rights, but there's another side to her legacy, one steeped in eugenic ideology. In 1929, she zeroed in on Black Americans, particularly those living in Harlem, the heart of New York's African American community. By recruiting prominent Black leaders to endorse her vision, she gained a powerful foothold. Influential figures like W.E.B. Du Bois, who lamented the mass of ignorant Negroes breeding carelessly and disastrously, were quoted repeatedly by Sanger to bolster her narrative. Du Bois also suggested approaching Black churches, declaring them open to intelligent propaganda of any sort, and added that her organization and other agencies ought to get their speakers before church congregations and their arguments in the Negro newspapers. Charles S. Johnson, the first Black president of Fisk University, went so far as to call eugenic discrimination necessary to address social challenges in Black communities. A host of other eminent African American voices followed suit, many of them publishing supportive articles in what was framed as a progressive reform movement. In reality, these articles helped legitimize Sanger's efforts to diminish Black birth rates. By 1939, she merged her organizations into the Birth Control Federation of America, BCFA, then launched the so-called Negro Project, promoted as a benevolent attempt to expand contraceptive services to Black neighborhoods. In truth, it was an experiment aimed at reducing the population of a community deemed unfit. She even insisted that Black doctors and social workers be hired for these clinics, but only if they would remain subordinate to the BCFA's directives. These early clinics laid the foundation for today's Planned Parenthood facilities in underserved urban areas, places that predominantly serve low-income Black women. Sanger also championed the development of the birth control pill, which soon became widely available, often at little or no cost, in the very communities her project had targeted. The lasting repercussions of Sanger's slow-moving train can be seen in modern abortion statistics. As of 2021, according to the Pew Research Center, Black women accounted for roughly 41.5% of reported abortions in the United States, a figure that has shown signs of rising, especially after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade in 2022. The Guttmacher Institute estimates there were over 1 million abortions in 2023. While official data for 2024 are still forthcoming, it's reasonable to assume that the number of abortions among Black women may have climbed even higher. Now, I'm not here to judge personal choices or community health services. Rather, I wish to underscore an unsettling historical thread that runs straight from Sanger's eugenic rhetoric to current reproductive health trends of Black women. Did the early endorsements of revered Black leaders knowingly fuel a campaign that has lasted for generations? Have we inherited a family planning system that, for all its benefits, carries the genetic imprint of a eugenic mission? These are questions worth pondering, especially as conversations about reproductive rights and healthcare equity evolve. The history we've been given, refined, polished, and often well-intentioned, may have deeper roots than many of us care to see. By confronting this hidden past, we can shape a more just and transparent future. I invite you to reflect on these issues and share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay curious and keep questioning.